got off work a second ago. Looks like the front and rear sway bars and bushings came in from Godzilla. Cool beans. So that'll be fun. Alright. Okay, so I got it inside. We're going to open this up here in a second. A lot of other goodies came in the mail recently. We got the upper and lower hoses for the radiator, the new water pump, and I didn't skip on the aftermarket brands from China. I went ahead and got the Datsun, including the thermostat too. Oh yeah, you see that turbo there? I was going to replace my factory turbo with another factory turbo that I had rebuilt. Nothing wrong with it. It's brand new now. It's literally rebuilt, great condition, but I might want more horsepower, so I'm going to go with another option. Maybe an old disco potato sounds really good right now, but I don't really need this now. It could be a great backup. I mean, if any of y'all want it, let me know in the chat. I'll let it go pretty cheap, what I put into it basically. But I got a couple of these. So anyways, let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what Godzilla sent me. So let's see. Alright, let me take the head out of this. Alright, got it open. Let's see what's inside here. I wasn't joking about the bushings. Okay, cool. I need both hands to open this up. Alright, so everything looks like it's front and rear sway bar set, bushings. I think they're good. Hopefully it'll be pretty straightforward. You know what? I might just have Chris help me with this because I might be pretty busy at work, but I'll pay him for this if he wants to do it. But we'll see.
Taking video. All right. So anyway, recording right now. We're in the car. Got the T-tops open. We haven't started working on the sway bars. We're just gonna do a quick little test video of stock, pretty much stockish suspension, stock springs. Only thing I have on here is lowering springs at the moment, stock suspension. We're just doing a little drive here, just to show what it feels like. I mean, it handles pretty good. I mean, it's the lower center of gravity, but the real test is putting the suspension technique sway bars front and rear from Godzilla Raceworks. That's what we're going to do today. So I'm just shooting a little quick video of what the car handles like, so you have an idea. So right now we're going to do a little test run right here. We're going to show you how it pitches and rolls on acceleration without causing too much tension. Always some corners here and there. Get the T-tops off if you hear any wind noise. Notice it may not show in film because the camera's set up for anti-stabilization. So we're going to have to either take the anti-stabilization off the camera to show the actual pitch and roll of the car.
Recording.
Go. All right.
You saw that, right? Okay, so sorry to jump forward, but we took off the sway bars
Chris, and we both did. Well, there's a little bit of blood here and there, but yeah. Anyway, so let me show you the difference between the Suspension Technique sway bar set and the factory set. Here's the factory one, showing the difference in diameter between the factory sway bar for the turbo and the Suspension Techniques. Trying to see the difference. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, not much. Could be quality of the steel. They're pretty similar, so we're just swapping everything over. We're gonna bolt it back up and then start with the front. The real difference is the front sway bar. Right, Fernando? So I don't care. Alright, so right now, since we're swapping over the parts, Chris is applying a silicone to the rubber bits so they don't squeak. So this is what he's doing currently. No squeaky. We don't want this. So let's see here. Yeah. Let's see who wants this. I mean, I'm sure there's a use for the original one. Somebody may want it. Anybody in the chat that has a 280Z turbo wants a 93,000 mile rear sway bar, let me know. It's in good condition. I'm just upgrading. Alright, what am I doing, Chris?
Alright, so Tony weighs about, somewhere in between 200 and 300 pounds. And here's one advantage to being fluffy. You should never make fun of a heavy technician, because heavy technicians have their advantages.
Yes, this is an advantage of being a little bit on the fluffy side. It's fluffy approved. Okay, how's that? Perfect, look at that. See it perfectly.
There's definitely physics involved in this.
Yes, 245. So something Chris pointed out was the difference between the two kits. If you look at it, the thickness and the bolts themselves are noticeably different, and the bushings themselves are noticeably different. So if you see that, there's the advantage of getting the Suspension Technique sway bar set compared to the factory turbo sway bars.
If you look at this,
in case you're wondering why should I buy this versus this is the reason why. And Chris is going out of his way to show emphasis of how worn these out. These are polyurethane versus the rubber.
These are soft.
Yeah, those are rubber. These are polyurethane.
Look at how much.
Yeah,
I can't even.
I know they're gonna be stiff. So that's where your stiffness comes from, but also you're adding the lubricant as well to keep from squeaking, which is evident right there. So he already lubed them up, right? Make sure you use lube for everything, pun intended. Yeah, so anybody wants this old set, go for it. I'm pretty sure this set would probably work on a NA. I'm sure the turbo sway bars are probably bigger than the NA sway bars. So whoever has an NA 280Z, let me know if you want these. All right, here we go. Otherwise they're going on Marketplace in about a week. Maybe, I don't know, let's see. Maybe I can put on my other NA, the turbo sway bars. All right, so we got one side down, we torqued it down. Looking good so far. You can kind of see it over there in the corner. There we go. Now we're doing this side here. Yeah, do this side now. We just got to work that down and we're good on the rear, and then we'll do the front next. Alright, so look at the size of the diameter of this sway bar, right? Compared to what's underneath here. Look at the size of that. I mean, it's pretty big, but the difference between the two is definitely noticeable. So, I gotta measure this. Yeah, but the kit is pretty in depth. We're gonna replace all these bushings. So, I'll tear this out of the plastic here in a second.
Okay. Alright guys, we're back. I'm taking a break. Tony's wrenching this time. And, you know, bring your A game. This one's gonna take some muscle. Alright guys,
Look at the
be
giant
back in a
swimmer
moment.
laying on top of me.
Okay, so we finally took it out. Look at the comparison. The difference in diameter between the turbo original OEM and the suspension techniques. Notice it is much heavier. This doesn't weigh shit, man. This one much heavier. It's like, yeah, the build quality is evident, man. This gorgeous powder coating too. I mean, yeah, and plus the bushings. This is gonna be amazing. All right, next step. Yeah, dude, this is a pain in the ass. So I just did my end right here. I gotta tighten up this up next. I tightened mine up. Man, you gotta tighten this little bastard till you can't go anymore. You think you're getting it tight, but no, you gotta keep going. I did a finger tight, then I tightened it down. I feel like you're going forever. Just keep going till it stops. Trust me, this one didn't take long at all either. This is a pain. And now he's doing his end. So we're doing half. I did my end, now he's doing his. Man, but look at that. So far, this thing's huge. I don't even know if I can get that pan back on. We're about to find out, though. We're going to put that pan back up here and see if it fits. But yeah, that's going to be a huge game changer for the way to some corners. So what I did was, I did the Botland springs with the factory shocks. Yeah, it did help drop into ride height about 1.5 inches all the way around. So I ordered the KYB shocks. They'll be here in about a week. We'll swap them out, and then we'll ride around for a while, and then eventually I'm going to coilovers. We're gonna have to cut and weld these later, but for now these shocks are gone, so I just need to replace them before I get the coilovers. I just can't wait. And yes, I know I feel like I'm wasting money, but actually I'm not, because I'm going to donate these springs and these shocks to that other 280Z project across the parking lot from me. The engineering students are going to need them, so I'm donating them. These slightly used shocks and brand new springs to them for their project, so that'll be cool. So I'm giving back to the community when I get my coilovers in. Anyways, Chris is almost done with his end, and I got to tighten down this last bit right here. All right, so we just did the sway bar. We just completed doing the sway bar swap, and now we're going to take it for a drive. We're going to grab something to eat. Let Chris take over. We're going to see how this thing handles a little bit. Knows traffic, but I already noticed a night and day difference. This thing's a lot stiffer and firmer. Now I'm going to do